Good morning, Micah 7 ladies. Today's 30 and 30 verse is Psalm 61 and 4. I will abide in thy tabernacle forever. I will trust in the covert of thy wings, Selah. Today we are continuing our discussion of pressures. If I were your enemy, I would keep you busy and cause you to never say no. It would cause you to take on so much that you have created your own pressures and have no time to pray. When I was thinking about this devotion, I thought about the story of Mary and Martha. Luke 10:38-42 says, Now it came to pass as they went that he entered into a certain village, and a certain woman named Martha received him into her house. And she had a sister called Mary, which also sat at Jesus' feet and heard his word. But Martha was cumbered about much serving, and came to him and said, Lord, dost thou not care that my sister hath left me to serve alone? Bid her therefore that she help me. And Jesus answered and said unto her, Martha, Martha, thou art careful and troubled about many things, but one thing is needful, and Mary hath chosen that good part, which shall not be taken away from her. Like Martha, we can become so careful and troubled by serving that we forget the importance of just sitting at his feet and hearing his word. We can get so caught up in ministering to others that we don't slow down enough to let him minister to us. It wasn't as if Martha wasn't doing a good thing. She just wasn't doing the best thing at the moment. As Sister Mecca said a couple of days ago, there are good things, but then there are God things. In this day and age, we live in a sea of good opportunities or paths to take in our lives. There are plenty of good ways we can spend our time. We must remember that we can do anything, but we can't do everything. We need discernment to seek the will of God for our lives so that we can make the most impact. We have to let go of the expectations put on us by our family, ourselves, and the world, and we must make Jesus' expectations of us the priority. We must take the time to pray and read His Word so that we can get a clear vision of what His expectations are. Sometimes I find myself so overwhelmed with all that I have on my to-do list or my schedule that I feel paralyzed. I'm not even sure how to get started or what to do first. Isn't it just like the enemy to make us feel like we have to do it all? We could have 10 things on our to-do list, and if we check off all but one for the day, we can sometimes feel as though we are a failure. We must remember there is more to life than to-do lists and being productive. Instead of striving to be productive, we should aim to be available and flexible to what has the highest priority on God's agenda. Sometimes He may need us to be that listening ear to a friend, or that mommy that sees an opportunity to teach a biblical principle just when she had planned to be washing the dishes, or that intercessor when we feel the Holy Ghost nudging us to pray over a situation. The enemy would like nothing more than to keep us so busy that we don't have time to pray. But we need to make prayer a non-negotiable in our lives. As Mark Batterson said in Draw the Circle, a 40-day prayer challenge, we may feel that we have too much to do to pray, but we have too much to do not to pray. So here's our prayer strategy to combat the enemy's tactics. We need to make daily prayer a non-negotiable in our lives. We need to pray that God gives us the ability to discern between the good opportunities and the God opportunities. And then when we know what are God opportunities, we need to pray for the courage to say no to anything that is not in His plan for us. And at the same time, we need to pray that God gives us courage to say yes to the things that He does want for us and the expectations that He does have for us. I pray that each of you have a wonderful and blessed day.